let's get started. Welcome. I do apologize about how I look. I've just got home from cycling from work. So yeah, how's everyone going? Hopefully you're going well. I'm just gonna turn this down. It's very loud for me. Doesn't need to be that loud. All right, let's jump. Oh, thank you, Socks. Jump straight into it. So we're continuing on with where we were last Wednesday. It's been a week. I sadly didn't get anything done on the weekend. Just busy. Yeah, let's just get started. And now I'm getting distracted straight away with the cubes. Not a good start. So what I want to do is I want to continue. We figured out how to delete stuff. Now we're figuring out if any of these files belong in its object's description. And if it does, then we don't want to delete it. But if it doesn't, we go ahead and purge it. And I think we did that. I think we did it. Yeah, we will do it for all of them. And some of them we can be generic for some of them. And then two of them we can't be generic. Alright, cool. I just realized I forgot to reply to a bunch of people on text. I'll get that done on the ads. Ad starts in a minute anyway. Alright, so yeah, we can have a look at this and be like, alright, cool. We can go through and do the same thing. I think there's a couple of changes. Not major though, very minor stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm trying to remember where we're at. Documents to be purged. Alright, so that will need to be changed. But that's pretty easy. We can make that a generic. And then we need to make that a generic. Yeah. Alright. And hey, Sandy Lee, how are you? Oh, ad just started. I don't know if you've got ads. You probably do have ads. So I'm just going to wave at you. All right, there we go. All right, excuse me 1 second. I just realized that I forgot to reply to a bunch of people. To do all right. Sorry, I've got a lot to reply. Oops, not what I wanted. Oh God. Alright. Anyway, welcome back everyone. I did not get through all my notifications. Yeah, I know, sweetie. I got a lot when I was writing. Alright, hang on. Okay, anyway, let's get back into this. Sorry about that. Okay, so we're done for the Kanban documentation. All right, here I'm going to put in field and description. Field. In here, what we want to do is we want an F string. We want the field under underscore is null, and we want false. And that will be the same as the line above, but we've made this generic. So clean up, generic object documents. All right, sweet. So documents to be purged, document permission, objects filter is deleted true, is purged false, date modified greater than or equal to expiry date. All right, sweet. And then the field is null, is false, even better. Loop through all records and make sure the document is not in the description. So we purge document keys for single document in document to be purged. What we're doing is we're going to document ID equals string single document key ID. Yep, that's perfectly fine. Description equals single document, and then in here we need to change this to the description field. And then what will happen if the document key is in that, it'll purge the document and actually add it into these keys up here. Then once this is all done, that will work perfectly fine. So we just made that very generic. So what we need to do is not do that. So the first one we need field is Kanban card. And then the second one is the description. So the Kanban card description. I keep forgetting what it is called. Please. Let's open up SQLite. NearBeach, Kanban card, so it's Kanban card description. All right. I think we need self to pass through like that. This one, we need a special one for the organization because we don't need a lot of this. We definitely don't need any of that. It could be just purged straight away and gone through the loop. We'll make that organization very generic. So project documents. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to copy this. This one will be called project. So just double checking that document permission. I'm actually just going to open up the models. So yeah, it'll be just project. The other ones we had were Kanban card, which is down here. So project, and then it'll be project description. Yeah, project description. Okay, then the next one. So requirement. I'm not 100% sure. What I've got to actually potentially do is go through the whole database and actually make it so this is gonna have the same field structures and stuff like that. Yeah, I should have deleted the database a long time ago. There were decisions which I made early on where I was like, oh, let's have it like this because it's like this. It just didn't make sense, programmatically wise. All right. So yes, in the very near future, we will be making a massive change to the database where we'll be unifying a lot of the structure of these objects. Okay, a requirement scope. It's done that one, done that one. Requirement item scope. Right, cool. Done that one. Task. I think it is like that. Yep. Yeah. My recommendation is to make this. Sorry, I just saw your text. I can hear you. I didn't hear any ads. Oh, okay. Ah, sweet. Sorry, Sandy. I just saw your comment. My computer's all the way over here. I just realized I haven't put comments. I knew I forgot something. Sorry. Give me 2 seconds. I forgot to put the comments on over here. There we go. How have you been, Sandy, by the way? Hopefully you're being well. Alright, so we got that. So that's all done. Now, we're going to do one for request for change documents. Because I've got to do them for... Got to check all the different fields. Okay. And with the organization, it's going to be drastically condensed. All right, cool. Sorry, I'm going to put the cube away because I'm getting really distracted. So generic organization. What I'm going to do is just going to be simple. All right, clean up organization documents. We actually won't need this because down here it's going to be like that. Then down here, we're not worried about this or this. I mean, we can still add it into here and then do this. Or I could just go documents to be purged values. Document key. That's it. And then I just get rid of this, and then I get rid of this. And we've simplified it. Do that, paste that in, done. I think that's going to be the better solution for that. And then, yeah, it's just return, and we're all happy. Now, for the last one, RFC, let me know PQR. Yeah, once again, we won't need those particular things in for the generics. So clean up, yep. All right. So straight off the bat, what we want is RFC. So we're going to have a look at document permission. And we're going to have a look for RFC. So request of change. All right, sweet. Now, this is the one which we're going to change a little. So RFCs have a few looking at the wrong thing, sorry. Few text editors, or should I say, text fields. So, I know, all good, Sandy Lee. Fair enough. Don't worry. So I take it you're very tired. Okay, that's. Hopefully, get some good sleep tonight. So, yeah. So, for the text editors, we've got RFC summary. So I'm going to put this over here so I know you guys probably can't see it, but we're going to have a look into here where we're just going to get rid of that. And we're going to go RFC summary equals string single document dot RFC. I did the wrong thing. Oh. Yeah, sucks. This might not work. And hey, happy Asha, how are you going? Hopefully you're going well. Yes, I am doing great. I am sort of finishing this off. I was meant to do it on the weekend, but I just didn't have time. So yeah, we're just finishing it off now, and then we're going to jump back onto doing one of the other ones too. So I'm hoping to get some of these sort of started, so that way I can get them out the door. Okay, so just be careful near the iPad. And we have Socks here with us today. Just give me the secret screens, and here she is. She's like, sup? She's gonna cause trouble soon, so I'll keep the webcam on her. I just realized the single documents to be purchased, part of that. Yeah, I'm gonna need to do. I need to fix this up here. So up here, single document. What we need to actually do is go and put in a field like that. All right, she's just lying down. She's taking out my mouse. Oh, sorry, Socks. Yeah, that's my mouse there. So we need to do that. And that's all. So coming down into cleanup organization documents, we don't need to worry about it in the organization document whatsoever. Down here, we do need to worry about it. So we need to not put in the field because this is part of RFC. So we just want to go RFC or request for change. And then we put a dot. Now I'm going to delete this one, and I'm going to go RFC. So, oh, hang on a minute. It's going to be under. Like so. All right, let's double check this. I'm already in this one. Source VM bin fate. All right, cool. Python 3 manage shell. All right. So I'm just going to bump this over here like this. Excuse me, just a couple of seconds. I'm going to duplicate my tab. I'm going to bring that over here. I'm going to go yank and place it into here. I'm going to go bang into here. I'm going to minimize that like that, just so I can see chat. So from NearBeach.modals, just import everything. Oops. All right, everything's imported. And then what we've got to do from here is panic and smiley face. Nah, I'm joking. So we're going to go A equals document permission objects dot filter. We're just getting everything, and B will actually make B equal, what's A's length first? So B equals A at 113. 112, because I forgot to minus the 1. And don't forget to drop, everyone, exclamation point drop. We got to beat Nightbot. I'm doing shocked max. Alright, so B is like that, and B should have a request for change. So, no, that one doesn't have request for change, so I am just going to have a look at the document, the database. Gonna have a look at the database for document permissions. I'm just gonna scroll all the way down. 113. This one is a task. All right, cool. So I'm gonna go B task. I'm gonna upload image. If I go b.task dot task long description, it works. All right, cool. So if I go C equals and D equals task long description, and then I just go B, C, D. Yeah. Yeah, that's not going to work how we want it to. But if I go back here, hang on, I know I've done this. We've done this multiple times, and I'm just forgetting. Django variable field. I know we've done it before. Get attributes. Oh my god. So we do that, but then we got to do it twice. But if I do something silly, document permission has no attribute, All right, cool. So I'm going to need to go E equals get attribute B, C. F equals get attribute E, D. All right, cool. And hey, Taku, how are you going? Are you still going out tonight? All right, so made a mistake up here, but that's perfectly fine. At least we tested it sooner rather than later, and we thought of it. So going up here, we're going to need to have two steps. So we'll need to have single object equals get attribute, and then we'll have single document, and then we'll have the field. And then the description is pretty much going to be the same. Get attribute, single object, and then we need the field description field. Description field. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. I need to shower too. I've just ridden home. So I tend not to stream after riding, but I was like, I can do it tonight. I can see how long I'll last, because it's almost 2 hours riding, and I'm very exhausted. I think last week I had a headwind going into work, and I was exhausted after that because it was a heavy headwind. And then I had a headwind on the way back home, and it was a big one too. And I ended up at the end of my street, turning 90 degrees and having enough wind just to push me, and I was like, oh, I can't be bothered cycling the rest. Just let the wind push me the rest of the way. Yeah, I didn't. It took me an hour to get ready to recover from that. I'll chill tonight. Fair enough. Fair enough. So yeah, hopefully you can chill here. We've got Socks. She's just causing trouble. You get to see my little setup at the moment with the iPad giving me feedback. So yeah. Max is around. Alright, so we fixed this particular issue. That's perfectly fine. We're all happy with that now. She's been good tonight. She's actually been good. She hasn't knocked over anything or started anything. So, yeah, she's been good. Alright, RFC that one. Ooh, we're gonna add in 5 minutes. I might get some water very soon though. So we've got the documents. What we want to do here is we want to do the same thing. We want to have single object equals get attribute, and then we'll have the single document, and we'll have the request change. Actually, I won't need to do that here. I need to just do that, because we're not dealing with variable or anything like that. Yeah, she's very lovely tonight. And she's also losing a lot of fluff. I don't know if the camera could pick that up, but there's a massive fluff ball I threw up. She needs to get brushed. Alright, so we've got our single object. Now all we need to do is get all the description ones. So I'm going to go RFC summary equals, I'm just going to go single object. Yep, and this is just going to be really easy. So give me a couple of seconds. Alright. So RFC type is fine. The start date, end date, release date, that's fine. RFC version number, that's just a character field. That's a foreign key, that's a foreign key. That is an integer field, integer field, integer field. Alright, text field. What we want is RFC risk and impact analysis. I have so many typos, I am just going to copy and paste that and be like equals single object dot paste that in. RFC implementation plan, not play, equals single object dot RFC implementation plan. RFC backout plan equals single object dot RFC backout plan. And then RFC test plan equals single object dot RFC test plan. Alright, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in our case, what we want is we want not in all those. So what we want to do is in here, RFC summary. Wrong one. And okay, document key not in RFC implementation plan and document key not in RFC backout plan and document key ID not in RFC test plan, and that one should be it. Alright, cool. That doesn't look the best, and I do apologize. That's as neat as I can get it. I'm just double checking something. Python multi-line if statement. Prep 8. Pep 8. According to Pep 8, long line should be replaced in parenthesis. Alright, cool, sweet. No, not a problem. I wanted to double check all that. Now, what does this one say? Oh, alright, ads are here. I'm going to quickly grab a drink of water because I have been cycling like there's no tomorrow. There is socks, there is shoulder face up there. I will be back. I am thirsty as. Okay. I already drank half my bottle. Shows you how thirsty I am. Here, sweetie. Yeah. Oh, you didn't like that butt scratch, did you? You're like, no. Oh, really? Like, no, these are too rough. There we go. How's that? She's like, oh yeah. Oh yeah. There we go. Ooh, excuse me. And welcome back, everyone. Okay. So, I'm just going to do this. Click on this. Reformat the file. Okay. All right. I like that. That's looking fine and dandy. So yeah, that should be this documentation, which I'm happy with. All right, so it looks like we did not end up using UID. It looks up we're not using these particular functions. Which is good. Yeah, I know. I thought I was using that purge file. Sucks. Purge document from blob. Oh, she's just running off. Ah. We haven't written it yet. Alright. Cool. So, this is... Yeah, this is just the last sort of step that we're going to run. I'm just going to move that here. Now, we've got this. We're passing through the document key ID. Easy done. And then we need the file handler dot delete. And I think we just need the document key ID equals the document key ID. And I think that's it. Something small, something simple. And I just need to do that. And I just need to fix up a few little items. There we go. Alright. And I think I'm happy. I don't know why this is. Complaining. There we go. Alright. I believe this is ready. Yeah. We just didn't get that last bit done in the last stream, but that's perfectly fine. So this command is in here now. I will need to write some unit tests for it. But actually, the problem is I need to actually set up the fixture data and all that kind of stuff. And I want to sit down and actually plan all that properly and just not do it right this second, because there's a lot of me just thinking and stuff like that. It's a bit boring on the stream. So what we're going to do, though, is we're going to click on this item and be taken somewhere different. All right, git status, git add, git commit. Final implementation of, yeah, final implementation. All right, cool. Git push. Easy done. Git flow feature finish, and we're smushing this. So squash the following commits. Going to delete all of that. Implementation of the document purge command, where it will remove any documentation, any files, not files from the blob storage after they have been removed. All right, cool, sweet. And there we go. Okay. Oof. So, this one's done. So I'm just going to duplicate the tab. I'm just going to go on Braco. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Okay, that has been implemented. That's something we can do as a release tonight. I'm happy with that being a release. We need to put in more unit tests, so I just want to give me 2 seconds. Prod.NearBeach.command information number 2. Gonna close that. I want to put it in here. This is technically MISC, yep. New card. So, implement unit tests for command. What would we call this command? Documentation cleanup. This is going to be a highest priority. I need to update the fixtures. Oh. We might not be able to do unit tests for this. Yeah, sucks. When I say we might not be able to do unit tests for this, because we won't have access to blobs or anything like that. Alright. I think Nocturnal might know a better solution. Alright, no problem. I'm going to leave that one out at the moment. And we're going to go back into here. And we're going to have a look at what we can do with the Gantt charts and stuff like that. So, going over here, npm run watch. So we've got the latest code and all that kind of fun stuff. Socks just left the biggest fluff ball on the iPad. My God. She is fluffing. Okay, so that should be running. I can close this. I'm quite happy with all this code. We will have to thoroughly test it though. And that requires me setting up stuff, and I think it'll be easy. With the unit tests, I might have to see what I can do. Get back here. Sorry, I keep dropping something. Give me 2 seconds, let's... So, it's doing a Python thing. Oh, definitely don't... Oh, hello. I did not click on any of you. Oh, socks. Socks, sweetie, you're on the keyboard. Might be one of those things where... Yeah, I know. Yeah, it might be one of those things where I might be able to spin up, let's say Minio, in here and do a test using that. I will then have to pass certain credentials, have to save those, yeah. Make sure I got the blob all careful, sweetie. Yeah, it's one thing. I'll have to ask someone who's good at, you know, CI/CD sort of stuff, DevOps. All right. Not a problem, but what I could potentially do actually automation. Sorry, give me a couple of seconds. I'm going to write out this problem properly. So, the problem. We need to test to make sure the blob storage we need to make sure the blob storage sorry, we need to we need to make sure the command documentation cleanup will run successfully. Thus, we need to think about how to test this. So, 1. It is a command and thus might not be reached through Django's unit test. Two, we need to be able to construct a blob storage with known data values within it. I.e containing pictures or text. Need to make sure that these documents are actually moved from the blob storage. We need some sort of confidence that this will work on AWS S3, Neo, and Azure Blob Storage. All right, cool. Yeah. I might get help with that one. All right, moving forward. So, Gantt chart. Add priority of items. I'm just running debug right now. Let's go in to localhost. Let's jump. Jump into here. I know this one's behind date and stuff like that. We really need to clean this up and make it look nicer, but hey, that's what I've got at the moment. I mean, just hang on. Is there a thin option? Well, we do have small. Size equals small. So I'm just thinking of one minor improvement for these. All right, drop down, size. Picker. Wrong type of pickers. Select. All right, I've just spotted one thing which I could potentially do. So what I'm going to do, each one of these single rows, I'm going to have a look at it. So if we bump this open, move that to the left, we go into the view, we go, all right, cool, Gantt chart, configure provider. All right, and then we've got render Gantt row. Oh, sorry, I just saw your message, Curtis. Question, how do you become proficient at programming? I'm new to programming, and the way you fly through it, the terminal is mind-boggling. Any tips would help. Repetition is usually what I do. So I forget quite a lot of things, and for me to help my memory, I do it over and over and over again. Otherwise, getting good at programming, it's honestly just one of those things where if you find something you want to solve and solving it, you get better. And then you find another problem and you're like, I want to solve that. You're going to get better and better and better. And then you might learn a lot and you look back at your first problem and be like, I can do that better. And go back to that first problem and sort of implement your improvements to it. So yeah, hopefully that helped. So yeah, but I've been using the terminal like this and been coding for quite a while now. So yeah. Anyway, I am going to quickly fix up one thing. So what I want to do is render Gantt row. So that be under Gantt charts, render Gantt row. And then what I want to do is we've got date pickers and all that kind of stuff. Now, how did they have theirs with their code? I think it's just size, so it's just an attribute. So we want to go, I tend to want to put attributes at the bottom. We're just going to do that. And then what we want to do is end date picker. We're going to do the exact same thing. And then with the end select, we want to do the same thing. There's a tiny. I'm not going to pick tiny because it'll look weird. I kind of want these to look similar-ish sort of sizes. So that should, there we go. That's looking a lot better now that they're condensed in a little bit more. All right, so going in here, Gantt chart, add priority items. Many users require to know what priority each item is on the Gantt chart. This helps them organize and plan sprints. This data will flow from the backend and be rendered on the Gantt chart. Now we've got to figure out where we want to render this on the Gantt chart. So we've got the delete over here. We've got what it is. The description. We don't actually have a link to the object yet. And that might be something we implement. We've got the status. And all of that is kind of fixed at the moment. But yeah, we don't have priority. And I'm just wondering how we can implement it. So one thing which we can't do is what we've got on the Kanban boards. Oh, that's my local, that's perfectly fine. So on the Kanban boards, we've got the solid line and we've got breaks and all that kind of stuff. That works because this, we can't change. The user won't be able to change it. However, the priority of objects. I'm just realizing that, yeah, we don't actually have the priority of objects whatsoever. We've got the status. Okay. I realize we should get rid of this particular one in here at the moment. So projects don't have a priority. It's something we can implement very easily. It will just fit under here, and we just got to key it all in and stuff like that. We can also do that with all other objects, apart from requests for changes. Actually, requests for changes do have it, but they're not relevant to Gantt charts and stuff like that, because requests for changes are the end game. So if we have like a little line, requests for changes are over here, they're the end. You'll have like your projects and tasks here, you'll have your requirements here, and stuff like that, and your sprints work in between there. At least we made a little tiny change to make the Gantt charts look a little bit nicer. Requirements don't have them either. Once again, we've got status. We don't have priority. So what I'm going to do is fix up my card requests. So I'm going to go over here, open source card 431. What we can do is we can just do this. Little tip. We've got the priority in here for the cards. That's right there, card priority. And blockers would be the fact that we need to implement priority to all other objects. And then we'd just go projects tasks, requirements, and requirement items. Requirements, I'm a bit about, because these are users. This is a user story at the helicopter level, and it really shouldn't be having a priority. It's the requirement items that will have a priority, being like, we need to implement these particular user stories before everything else. So yeah. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to remove that from this monthly's task. So let's go back into the good old Embraco. Rich text. Yeah, so we can't implement them yet. So I'm just going to remove that. Because yeah, we can't do it. So what I need to actually do is scroll down here. I need to add in a new card. Implementation of priority for objects. We need this to be on the highest thing. Currently blocks card this. We will need to implement priority for all the following objects, and then we go project tasks requirements to be discussed and requirement items. Please note requirements are a helicopter level of user stories. It does not make any sense that a helicopter user story would. Doesn't make any sense that a helicopter user story would have priority. Okay, cool. So we're adding that in. Oh, and I gotta wiggle my mouse. So I'm just gonna put that up at the top. I don't think I've actually. No, I don't have any links or anything like that with the Kanban cards, but that's perfectly fine. What we might want to do is change that in from a card into an object, which is something we've been meaning to actually do for a while now. Oh, and we've reached another ad break. All right, ad time. Welcome back, everyone. So yeah, for those on YouTube, what because Twitch has ads, what I do is do this, and the ads come every half an hour approximately. So yeah, hopefully you're going well on YouTube. Hopefully, Curtis, my answer to your question satisfactory. So hopefully, feel free to ask more questions. I don't mind. It does take me a minute or two to realize someone's chatted in chat. I do apologize. I'm looking this way because that's where all my chat is at the moment. So yeah, I only got one monitor in here. I will eventually plan for a second monitor, which will be nice. So yeah. Okay, 30 seconds left. Easy done. We've finished this cube. Gonna mess it up again. So yeah, hopefully everyone's going well this week. It's almost Christmas, so hopefully during Christmas I'll spend more time on NearBeach. I was thinking today when writing, you know what, I do want to do a massive like a massive stream. Like we're talking like probably 8-hour stream, which is huge for me. I don't talk that long. Anyway, welcome back everyone. Hopefully you're well. So, we've done the small things. So I'm sort of happy with that. If we go back into here, I'm just going to refresh the page. So, hover, tooltips or similar, or a detailed information of the task / project, which will be nice. Users require more information on the Gantt chart when it comes to projects and tasks. Implementing a tooltip to pop up over the... Yeah, so... This one shouldn't, famous last words, shouldn't be too hard to implement. This one will be taking most of the month, and I should do a whole stream on the documentation of the NearBeach flow, and I should get out my camera setup and stuff like that, and well, that would be actually a fun stream to do. All right. So yeah. And then I got to research all of this. Yeah, this month is going to be huge. I probably put too much on my plate, but we're going into holidays, so hopefully I'll have 5 days straight of just working on this, getting it out the door. It'll be nice. All right, so tooltip. Going to be easy. Famous last words. Naive. I just want to see something. Tooltip. Oh. All right, Bootstrap. Because we're using Bootstrap as the base. So tooltips. So things to know when using tooltips. Tooltips rely on third-party library Popper for positioning. You must include popper.min.js before bootstrap.js, or use bootstrap-bumble.min.js, which contains Popper. Tooltips are opt-in for performance reasons. You must initialize them yourself. Tooltips with zero-length titles are never displayed. Specify container body to avoid rendering problems in more complex components like our input group, buttons, etc. Trigger tooltips on hidden elements will not work. Tooltips.disable, disabled elements must be triggered on wrapper elements. When triggering from hyperlinks that span multiple lines, tooltips will center use white space non-wrap on your A tag to avoid this behavior. Tooltips must be hidden before their corresponding element have been removed from the DOM. All right, cool. Tooltips can be triggered thanks to an element inside a shadow DOM. Sweet. Got all that? Great. Let's see how they work with some examples. All right. By default, this component uses built-in content sanitizer, which strips out any HTML elements that are not explicitly allowed. Sweet. See the sanitize? Yep, sweet. The animation effect of this component? Yep. All right. So example tooltips. So as mentioned above, you must initialize the tooltip before they can be used. One way to initialize all tooltips on a page would be to select them by their data BS toggle. BS stands for Bootstrap. So what we want to do is const tooltip trigger list equals document query selector all data BS toggle equals tooltip. All right, cool. Tooltip list dot map to look. All right, cool. All right. I wish they split this over multiple lines. So, a placeholder text to demonstrate some inline links. All right, so BS title. Okay. With tooltips, this is now filter, no killer. Content place here of another tooltip. The last tip. All right. All right. Okay, button. Okay, so it looks like I just need to place it in there. All right. I just want to do a couple of tests first. So we're going to go up here. We've got a title on this div. It's outside the span. I mean, we could always have an info here. All right, anyway, I want to test something first. So, data BS. It won't be popper, it won't be that, it'll be a tooltip, isn't it? So this is a tooltip. BS toggle. And data BS tooltip equals help me. Otherwise, it can belong in the span. I'm going to double check that I'm doing this correctly. So let's scroll back down to here. So data BS toggle, data BS title. Always read the documentation. So we've got this running. What we want to do, go over here, wait a couple of seconds, hit reload. And then I just want to inspect. So yeah, it doesn't work on that, but that's fine. Alright, just delete stuff. Alright. What I want to do, add in a simple B, data bootstrap toggle. Data bootstrap title equals pane. And adding pane. Double checking that I've not gone crazy. Toggle, yep, tooltip and title. Toggle and title. Okay, this is what they probably mean by we have to enable tooltips. As mentioned above, you must initialize tooltips before they can be used. One way to initialize all tooltips on a page would be by selecting their data BS toggle attribute like so. And doing that. Alright, so I'm just going to copy that. That's fine, as long as we get to the pane. How do we... Might be one of those things that we best do in naive UI. Don't know yet. Yeah, don't know yet. Sorry, I'm just having a good think where I'm going to put this. So what I'm going to do is down at the bottom, we've got it mounted. What we're going to do is set timeout. And let's say 500 milliseconds. Sweet. We're going to paste this in. And then I'm going to have a console log tool tips set. I'm going to do that. Then I want to go back here. I'm going to wait just a little while. I'm going to hit refresh. We're going to hit the console. Oh, Bootstrap is not defined. That's fine. Because over here, we've got it like this. And then we want tooltip like this. We're going to be like, oh, what are we going to do? We're going to scroll up here. We're fine with the components. But what we need is a tooltip also being imported into here. So waiting a couple of seconds, we're going to hit refresh. Tooltip set. And now we've got pane. Now, I don't like the fact that it's over here, but what I'm going to do, that's perfectly fine. We're going to put this back onto the div. We're going to be like data vs toggle equals tooltip. And then we're going to go data vs title equals more pane here too. And we're going to get rid of that. We're going to see if it works on the div. We're going to wait just a little while. We're going to hit refresh. And then there we go. Now it automatically centers. So I'm leaning on having that info graphic now, which is fine. We can implement that info very, very quickly. Give me a couple of seconds. Sorry, I'm getting distracted with the cube again. All right. All right, cool. I'm gonna put that down and just. All right, so front screen. All right. So we're going to put it in a little icon. So what we want is we want a simple span. Style equals margin right. Ooh. Yeah, I'm going to also do 10 pixels. And then we need the carbon information. And we're not worried about on-clicking or anything like that. But what we are worried about is we need data vs toggle equals tooltip. And the data vs title equals hello world. I am in a hello world. I why am I here? Alright. As we do. I'm going to get rid of this up here as we no longer need it. That's fine. Everything's here. It's condensed. We're happy with that's there. What it is there. Alright, so I'm waiting in a couple of seconds. I'm going to hit refresh. I am realizing that... Ooh. We never imported that icon. So what we need to do... Carbon information. Wait a few small seconds. Hit reload. There we go. Okay, cool. So, the one problem is we have some HTML in there. Ah. And I don't want HTML or images or... This is the one problem. Because if someone could roll over and it pops up with a proper description and stuff like that, that would be great if it's formatted in a particular way. Alright, so by default this component uses content sanitizers, which strips out any HTML elements that are not explicitly allowed. See the... Alright, cool. So I'm just going to go into stand-up mode because I have been sitting on my bike seat for the last 2 hours. Followed by sitting down on a hard wooden chair. And I'm a little sore. Sanitize tooltips and popovers. Use our built-in sanitizer to sanitize options which accept HTML. The default allow list is as followed. Alright, cool. If you want to add new values to allow list, tooltip default allow list. Okay, cool. Okay, let's go bootstrap tooltip with HTML content. Can I use a complex HTML with Twitter Bootstrap overview? I checked the official documentation. Ooh, God, that might be very, very old. How old is this? 12 years ago. Another solution to avoid inserting HTML into data title is to create independent div with the tooltip HTML content and refer to this div when creating your tooltip. That is also another option which we could potentially do. So when we hover over this, it actually pops up that thing and it hides the HTML and all that kind of stuff in here. I mean... So something like this. Yeah, but we want something better. But that's fine. Alright. So we've got a couple of options. One of them being is we see what we can implement with this particular Bootstrap tooltip. We could also look at naive tooltip. So like that, but it is very limited. So yeah, it's very, very limited. I'm just wondering. Yeah. And hey, Nocturnal, how are you going? We are looking at implementing the tooltips. So we've got a couple of options. We're just sort of processing what we can and can't do. Yeah, so we can use Bootstrap. We've got Naive. Otherwise, we could potentially just quickly make one. Just making Jira tickets. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, just gotta figure out. So far, we've got something like this, and I'm just wondering, can I extend it to HTML? We've literally just thrown something together in about 10 seconds. Yeah. I want to see if I can at least, do that as HTML. If I can, I'll continue with this, the JavaScript version. So, what we want to do, Bootstrap 5.3. Tool tip with HTML content. In Bootstrap 5, you should use, all right. If that is it, all right, let's give it a spin. Yeah, perfect. All right, that's what we want. Now all we need to do is we need to get the data in here, which shouldn't be too hard. So if we open up this, we go to our view, we click on our Gantt chart information. We should have view bindings. We will call it down in a further component. No, it's got to be called up there. Gantt chart data. All right, cool. We don't have description in here. So that's what we've got to put in. And if we have a look at our network, let's just do a reload. Let's do XHR. We've got the Gantt chart, get data. There's our object results. There it is. Our status objects for each of those. All right, cool. Yep, that's awesome. All that data is used for all of this. So what I need to do is input some extra data. So get data, get data. All right, let's go. So here's the URLs. This is the particular URL we're using, and we want to go to that implementation. So we've got get data in here. If destination isn't a sprint, we're like, yeah, cool. We're just sending you off at the moment. The object result equals object result location ID. Sweet. So that's just getting everything. The status. Guess the status. This is streamlined. So this is. Let's go here. Oops, socks, be careful. Don't you dare try and push that off the desk and then you fall with it, because I will laugh my head off if you fell off the desk again. All right, so in here, we've got project results, project. So what we want to do is we just want to add in a description. It's just going to be F, and then it'll be project description. here, and then we just want to put in description. Like so. So we're going to do this for all of them. So task results. This will be description equals F. Do you mind? I don't know if you guys are seeing this, but here's my microphone. It was over here until a certain lady pushed it away. Yeah, we're looking at you, socks. All right, down here, what we need is description. Requirement item. Why are these all Fs? No, that function already exists. F. Now, this will be requirement item scope. Did I forget a comma? No, it's just gone crazy. All right, cool. And then description. She's been disruptive today, yes. Just like most of the days. All right, so we union everything. We get our values like that. And that should pass down into the front. All right, so we should actually see that now. If I hit refresh, we get that data. If we open up this data, you can see we've got our description. All right. So what we want to do is we want to do this. So this now then becomes data vs title equals, and then it will be, oh, not the title. Yeah, because we pass. We haven't passed description down. All right, cool. So by default, type equals string, default equals nothing, and we're happy with that. And then up here, we just want description. Get rid of that one. Those other two are perfectly fine. And then what do I want? I need to actually go to the place that is using this. So render get row. It's easy as that. You just, oh, ad break in progress. All right. That time. Welcome back, everyone. All right. I've done those cubes, Four by fours over there. Let's start the 4x4. Okay. All right. Get the centers all done and dusted. Where's our timer? Yep, 48 seconds. So those are opposite to that. So we want the browns over there. And then I wiggle my mouse. All right. Okay. Doing that. The blues. So I want to do that. How am I doing? And welcome back, everyone. All right, I'm going to have to put that one down. right, workstation. So what we're up to is we'll regularly get row. We need just a simple v bind description equals row dot description. As easy as that. All right. And then all we need to do is just hit refresh after a little while. All right, so the images are not appearing. So I'm just going to inspect these. So image, private, yada, 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 yada. All right, should I strip out the images? I think I should. Okay. By default, image, source, la la. Yeah. That is annoying. But if we actually go to those objects, so let's search for those objects. Let's go task administration. Oh, image is broken. Oh, you know why? I haven't started my Minio server. All right, let's hit reload. Ooh. Oh. Yeah, not ideal. All right, yeah, that's definitely not ideal. Okay. Custom tooltip themed via CSS variables. Okay, so not a problem. I can see a solution with this custom tooltip. So what we're going to do is we're going to implement something like that. Under the render Gantt chart, we need the data BS, and then we had custom. It's not customer, so custom class equals tooltip description. Like so. All right, so what I want to do is go into our Sass, our components almost. Yeah, new file, underscore tooltips.sass, CSS, sorry. I'm gonna add it in, and we're gonna go tooltip description. We're gonna do something like that at the moment. We're gonna go max width is going to be, let's say, 600 pixels. We'll figure this out. any images that are under it, max width is going to be, let's say, 500 pixels at the moment. We'll figure this out. We're just keying this in here. We're going to, yeah, figure it out. This will be part of main. Yeah, this is part of components. At import components tooltips. Okay. Sweet. So, oh, Sockets did actually change some settings. Okay, cool. Sweet. So that's now done. Let's go over here. That's actually going to take the longest. That's actually going to take like something ridiculous amount of time to compile that. There we go. Hey, there I go. We're going to hit refresh. We're going to have a look at this. So we're going to have a look at this. So we've got the image in there. Data BS toggle tooltip. Data HTML custom class tooltip description. So straight off the bat, I am making sure that's spelt right. And what I'm going to do, background color, let's do Rebecca purple. Yeah, sorry, every single time we make a CSS change or Sass change, we gotta wait. And whilst we're waiting, I'm gonna fix up my camera. That's not right. Alright. Level-ish. Kinda. There we go. Alright, that should have been done. Not doing what we want it to do. Oh, all right. All right, cool. Just. Alright, oh, we should put in delay. Alright. Give me a couple of seconds. Alright. So the reason for the delay is if you're moving your cursor up, you don't want your cursor to hit a tooltip and stay up there. So, yeah. Alright, going in here, let's just hit refresh. So that's not working how we want it to. So what we want to do is we want to key it in here like this. Bootstrap tooltip. I don't know if this is going to work. don't even know if it's going to work whatsoever, especially with the image. All right. Oh, it's going to take it's going to take a while. Sorry about this. Okay, now that is to. All right, it's done. It's looking smaller. Looking a lot better. I think. Oh, sorry. Well, that's going to take 8 seconds. We're moving at like a little tiny snail's pace at the moment. So, custom tooltips. So, added in 520. Great. You can customize the appearance of tooltips using CSS variables. We set a custom class with databs custom class equals custom tooltip to scope out custom appearance and so forth like that. Now, I also want to drop this down to, let's say, 50 pixels. We're dropping it down that low just to see if this is working. And the size, 600, that'll be fine. I just want to see if it's working. We've got custom variables in here, Sass variables. I'm going to be like, all right, cool. Let's just get rid of those. So, a lot simpler than this. Container node or pop over content false will keep it triggered at content. All right, yep. Cool. So I was just checking one other thing before we continue on. I'm gonna hit refresh. There's our little tiny images. Look at our tiny images. I think this is fine. I think this is perfectly fine. So if we... Oh, sorry. I was not meant to do that. So if we go in here, headed one, look at my pretty pictures. Worship the pictures. Smiley face. And we just go update task. We're all happy there. We just refresh. Everything's happy over here. So we go onto this one. Yeah, okay, yep. Okay, cool. So what I want to do... don't know if the size is working. So we're just going back into here. You can customize appearance with CSS variables. We set class with databs custom scope, custom appearance, and so forth like that. All right, cool. So if we open up CSS, the variables, so the Sass variables, max width. So, tooltip max width. Don't know if that will work. I doubt it. So we've got max width, arrow, height, null, spacer, margin, null, to do, remove this in version 6. Alright, cool. Deprecated in Bootstrap 5.24. Yep. Alright, and we're on 5.3, yep. Let's check if that worked. There you go. We're going to increase the image. I'm going to go 550 as a width, as a max width. Now, if something's horizontal, that's going to be fine. It'll fit in perfectly fine. Now we're just going to wait 8 seconds. These sucks. There we go. It's just done. All right. So, works with that one, but yeah. Sometimes it'll hide stuff at the top with the images, but the images look so nice in there. Okay. I'm gonna say I'm happy with that. It wasn't hard to implement. That was pretty easy to actually implement. Especially for the Gantt chart, considering, you know, Gantt chart doesn't look the nicest. It is something we will be fixing up hopefully soon. So what I've got to do is sort of lay out this page a lot better. I want to have these buttons somewhere else. I actually want to put the Gantt component itself inside the sprint functionality. Yeah, it's going to be a big redesign of this whole entire page, and I will get help from others who can design this a lot better. For example, this information down here being like, oh, you got issues with the Gantt chart? I need to put that somewhere. Yeah, this is terrible design. Alright, so I'm going to say I'm happy with this. Yes, Socks, are you happy with this? Is it a yes or no? I don't know. You just went silent just then. No, don't run. Okay. She ran away. She's like, no, you're not picking me up. Suck X. Okay, cool. So, what I want to do, I'm going to stop this. I'm going to go remove static files. I'm going to go git status. I'm going to go git add. Pretty much everything. And then git commit. Implementation of the tooltip within the sprint functionality. I'm going to put new functionality, and then I am going to copy the card. And then I'm going to put a full stop there. And I'm going to shake my mouse. Hello. And I'm going to hit enter. So yeah, this is done. This is pretty good. I'm happy with this. I think it's a really good solution. But yeah, looking at this, I'm like, all right, cool. That works. In reality, people won't have that many images in the description whatsoever. It's only there just in case you want images there. And that works with the header and so forth like that. All right. Now, I'm just doing one little quick check. Okay, 13 minutes to pre-rolls. All right. Not a problem. What I need to do is I need more water. Sorry, I am absolutely thirsty. And we're going to come back here and we're going to comment that out, strike that out because it's done. We need to start planning this one. What features and functionalities we want to have within it. And we need to break them down. Yeah, we'll discuss it. We'll discuss it. We won't implement anything tonight. I'm too tired. I'm definitely too tired to actually do any documentation. I've also got to start thinking about the API. Because, yeah, we need OAuth and all that kind of stuff implemented. And, yeah. Anyway, give me a minute or two. And who's the guy thinks he is? Have fun. I'll be back in a second. I'm just getting water. So yeah. Anyway, welcome. Who's this guy thinks he is? So I like your name. That's pretty clever. In the meantime, you get to look at socks for a bit as she does her usual socky thing. Stay there, sweetie. Alright, I'm back. Let's get back to this. So, I've just released that. Let's update this. Once again, duplicate tab. I like to close tabs. Look, I'm just closing them right now. We need to, oops, I'm using the Mac shortcuts instead of the Linux shortcuts. Let's scroll down. All right. And done. So if we refresh this, you can see, hey, we've just done those. So we've got 2 of the 3 features that we want done this month out the door. This one's going to be huge. And then, yeah, we want some real document crunch. So it's going to be one of those things where I am just going to absolutely just start writing like there's no tomorrow. So, yeah. To sort of figure this all out. All right. And then lots of research. All right. So what we want with the Gantt chart is requirement items / projects should actually have the ability to have children. So if we were to look over here, I will use my tablet. So if we were over here, we might have something like a project. And whatever it is. But then it might have a couple of tasks that are children to it. And we want it to settle like that. So it will definitely show an indentation. And we'll definitely want to actually have the option to sort of expand and collapse that particular one. So if someone were to click on this, it'll just hide these 2. Easy done. Or vice versa, they click on it and unhides them. And everyone is happy. So, okay. I need to think a bit more about this. because what will I need? So NearBeach already has the, let's go into our local, let's go into our project, let's scroll down. We've got linked objects, which we implemented a while ago now, and they're rather useful. So we've got the relates to. So that's perfectly fine. We've got is currently blocking. So if we, let's say, go to task, we've got relates to, is currently blocking, is sub-object of, is what we want to actually implement. So if we go, all right, cool, these are a sub-object of this particular thing, that's where they'll appear. So it'll be like, all right, cool, these are a sub-object of that. We're going to include these in here. And we've got to... So, sock sat on my writing board. So, task 1 and 2 are sub-objects. Of the project. All right. Now, we can actually have projects being a sub-object of another project. That won't be too hard to implement. And if you do that, yeah, it'll appear as a sub-object. That'll be fine. What we don't want is, we kind of don't want a task having projects as sub-objects. And the reason for that is a project is considered bigger than a task. So a task is something small, whereas a project could contain multiple tasks in it. So yeah. Oh, my ad break didn't just go, did it? No, it's just telling me my ads will start soon. All right, sorry, just the green thing popped up and I didn't read it in time. Yeah, so we've got to discuss this a little bit more. So everyone's on the same page. So one thing, you might be like, oh, I don't want to go out onto a project and having to do all that on a project and stuff like that. And I agree with you, that would be absolutely mental. What we want to do is implement drag and drop functionality. So the ability to drag and drop these particular tasks and projects around. So a project can be dropped into a requirement item because a requirement item is a user story. User story breaks down into projects. Cool. Part of the NearBeach flow. All right, cool. We're on ads. Ad time. I hope everyone's going well tonight. Let's continue with our 4x4. Our 4x4. So we've done all the centers. Now we've just got to do the middle edges. So all I need to do is search for particular colors and then just go bang, 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 and just done. Look, did that one pretty quickly too. Let's go bang into here. Let's all right. That one is pretty stock standard. Muck that one up. Yeah, muck that one up. All right, no problem. All right, now that it's all in this sort of state, what actually happens is this now acts like a 3x3. So we can just go, all right, cool. We want to solve that over there. We want to do, oops, and I didn't look at the colors properly. We want to do this. 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 And welcome back, everyone. All right, we've almost finished this. We'll leave it to the next ad break, but we've got one side. We've just got to get the rest. It's all in the 3x3 sort of stage now. Cool. Welcome back. Let's get back into discussing stuff. So the idea is let's say we've got a task and we're like, all right, cool. It's outside of everything. I want to drag it under the particular sort of things. We can potentially do that. Now, that being said, we can have a task being a sub-object of multiple different things, which is fine. If that is the case, we can implement that. But when we drag and drop things inside and out of it, we need to notify the user being like, hey, this might be a problem. So a good example is, let's say we've got a project 1.2.1, a project 1, and it has task 2 in it. And if we move task 2 to get outside of the project 2, and let's say we drop it to be like, all right, cool, it doesn't have any child relationships or anything like that. What will happen is it will it'll have problems. That's what. It'll appear on the top, but it won't, because the only things at the root will be stuff that is not inside any of the child links and stuff like that. Yeah, it gets really good thinking about this. So if someone were to drag that out and drop it, we'll have a little message pop up being like, hey, this item will disappear because it already exists as a sub-object to these particular functionalities. So it will disappear. Did you want to continue? Yes, no. No means it pops back into place. Everyone's like, all right, cool, that was a mistake. We'll move on. But if someone says yes, it will just delete that row item. And hey, Owen, how are you going? Hopefully you're going well. Welcome, welcome. How are things going? How's Laravel been treating you? We are... Now, prepare yourself for the bright flash of the nuclear bomb called the NearBeach marketing site. We are finally looking at the requirement item / project should have children cards, so we want to implement children into NearBeach. So yeah. And another thing which I've been thinking about too is if we add in children, we've got to extend and contract the end dates for those sub-objects and stuff like that, which is, my God, a lot of work to do. So yeah, it's good. Just learning the new framework version 11. Oh, nice. I really should sit down and relearn Laravel. I loved using it. It was very similar to Django too. It's just more manual. I always like to say Django is an automatic car, Laravel is the manual car. All right. Yeah. Drag and drop of objects. All right, I'm going to go back into the Umbraco stuff. I actually want to edit some of this, so we're recording notes and stuff like that. So, give me a second. I'm going to drag that into the middle because chat's covering that whole thing, so you guys can see what I'm writing. So, the Gantt chart, requirement items, project should have children, understanding where an object sits in hang on, did I screw up? Understanding where an object sits in relationship to other objects are important on a Gantt chart. That just took a little while. Yeah, it's so nice to work with. Got a few things that I need to make soon for my portfolio and stuff, and my dad's marketing site also redid my resume as well. Oh, nice. So you've been keeping busy. That's good. To achieve this, we will implement the ability for objects on a Gantt chart to have children. These will appear below the parent object. Ooh, I just remembered I got to do something tonight. I am just putting in a reminder on my phone. I am terribly sorry. I do want to actually get this done for my client. This will remind me, finish. Because I think my client will be happy if I get it done tonight and be like, all right, cool. All right. For example, a requirement item could have multiple tasks associated. To achieve this, we'll implement the ability for objects on a Gantt chart to have children. These will appear below the parent object. We will also like to achieve drag and drop of objects, creating linked connections. For example, if a task is dragged under a requirement, a link will be created where the task is related to that. All right, yeah, been on the grind. I plan to get a job next year if I can finish Code Academy. All right, yeah. Still apply for now. Remember, you can show people what you've done already. That is more valuable than some other stuff, because you can talk about the problems you've come across and so forth with that. Full stack pathway, yep, fair enough. Drag and drop, all right. So, child objects, tasks, projects will affect the start/end date for a parent object. E.g., if the user modifies the start date of a task task outside of the parent's start date, the parent's start date will automatically update. Cool. Yeah, I just want to beef up my site with projects and blob content. Yep. All right. So, what else? Gotta wiggle this mouse. So we want to drag and drop implementation of warnings when certain actions will remove a row item. I.e, moving a sub-object outside of the parent, where it exists as a sub-object under another parent. Okay. What else were we saying? So drag and drop, start date and end date. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. I think that's it for the moment. I feel like I've covered enough there. So if I refresh that, we should have some abilities there. Now, this will probably take me all the way to Christmas to actually do, just because we've got so much to do to actually get this done. We definitely need a new feature, branch. And we definitely need to... We're not starting it tonight, definitely not. But we'll do a release tonight, because we've released 2 new features, which I think people will be happy about. Okay. So I'm still having a think about what else I want to sort of discuss with this. So yeah, the plan of attack, it'll be a sub-object. That's how we're going to do it. Now, in reality, if it's in relates to, and we move stuff around, we automatically have to update the thing from being the other link to a proper sub-object link, because we don't want cases where it's like blocked by. Oh, well, blocked by makes sense. We also probably need that information at the front end too. Okay. All right, so let's do a release. I think we deserve one. Because it's also been a while since we've done a release. So read the docs. Also, why did I close that? I just want to see NearBeach.utrack. We want to go into our issues. Users don't know the level columns are locked when editing on the Kanban board. Ooh, all right. I did say I would finish that one. Duplicate tasks. I did say I also would. All right, these ones are moving on to the next one, because we'll be taking this branch just for features. That's fine. I don't think I could fix the UI UX problem tonight. I mean, I probably could. I mean, I kind of want to fix it. That way we've got 2 features and a bug. Yeah, it's a Christmas song. It's somewhere in there. All right. Okay. All right. I'm going to have a quick look. I'm not going to give up that easy. I'm going to be like, all right, cool. Let's have a look at this. Let's see what I can do. It could be something very, very quick and easy. And if it is, we'll do it and get it implemented. Now, this was something that was brought to me being like, oh, I didn't realize that this was locked. So the idea is, if we actually go onto a Kanban board, so we're on a Kanban board, and I'm like, all right, can drag cards. Oh, I want to lock it. We've got this movement locked in here. It's a little tiny message that is like, hey, movement's locked at the moment. The idea is to be like, oh, why aren't these moving? And then you have, oh, movement locked. Now that opened up a new thing because it's actually a linked task, judging from that. So what we want to do is we want to click on this, and it disappears, and we're like, oh, all right, how did we do that? So if we go into the code and we just go movement locked, you'll notice that it's just a simple span. And I think I just need to add this in and make sure that the can drag cards are there. So I'm going to close other tabs. I'm going to keep this open. We are going to go into the edit Kanban. We're going to open this up and we're going to be like, all right, cool. What is this called again? Oh, we've got to do npm run watch. Here we go. Oh, sucks. Do you want to say hi to everyone? No, you're like, nope, I want to stand over here and be confused. And then we just needed to make it so that if it isn't there, yeah, it's these 5 lines. And that right there is a special hidden character. So in here, I'm just going to hit refresh. I'm going to close this. We're going to reopen it again. I'm going to open up this. Going to click on this. Be like, yeah. So up here, we've got the Kanban edit board. And then we've got the property order. So we should, in here, have the can drag cards false. So we do actually have that, which is great. So this should be just copy and paste. So Kanban property order. That should belong under Kanban. So Kanban property order. Sweet. So what we need to do, so template, so we've got our div, we've got our strong, we've got our title, we've got our span, so on click remove item, and then we've got our carbon close stuff, so that will be the carbon information. Now I am just having a look, so that will be over there. And then what I want to do is 1, 2, 3, 4. I thought I clicked 4. Oh, they're just in the wrong order. So that should be there. Go into here, gotta wait. Okay. We actually want it to be underneath. Okay. Just putting it on a simple break. It could just work with a simple break. No. Alright, I'm gonna need to see what I can do in here. Also just scaffold my first big app in Laravel and JS. If you want to take a look. Yeah, sure. Just put it in the Discord. I'll have a look tonight. Alright, sucks. Be careful. Alright, so movement lock is there. It's not looking good. If we do something like this, that's not going to look nice. So what I want to do is I want to figure out what's happening here. So I'm just going to wait just a couple of small seconds. It's going to hit refresh. There we go. If we actually open up this, we've got the div. So we've got background padding. So this is sortable. So we've got the strong, and then we've got that, and then we've got this. Now, I'm just wondering if I edit this HTML and I just go P, that does work. But I wonder why the span is all the way over there. Ah, sortable span. Alright. Not a problem. If I hit refresh, I'm gonna go into here and I'm like, alright, cool, that span isn't working. Let's do it as a P. Now it's got a huge huge padding at the bottom, or margin at the bottom. Yeah, it does. Okay. Not a problem. So if I get rid of margin bottom, We've got something like that. Ah, cheers, Owen. Thank you. All right. Just having a look at what the break does again. Take a couple of seconds, it reloads, so it does that. If we... Yeah, I just gotta... We'll try div. We'll wait a couple of seconds. We're going to hit reload. That's looking a lot better. Now, the only thing that is annoying me is the margin bottom. Okay, that's fine. So it's just the padding that's annoying me. I mean, that's it. It's just the padding that's annoying me. We don't have a lock, do we? No, we don't. All right. Yeah, so close, but yet just not what we want. All right, so what I want to do, class sortable, let's have a look at, so we've got the Kanban property order and the object status information. Is the only two places that I can see it at the moment. Okay. So with this one, we've only got one span. I think we're going to have to change this. So in here, what we've got is span and float right. And I want the first child, and I keep forgetting that. CSS, first child of type. First type. Oh, is it 2 or 1? 1. So I'm going to say that. And then I'm going to put these back to span. Waiting a few seconds, going to hit reload. Oh, that didn't work. Yeah. Back Jiras are in. Done. Nice. I am just playing with some CSS at the moment. We are going to implement this this bug fix before I do a release. I think it's famous last words. I think it's easy. Essentially what I'm doing is putting in movement locked, and the best thing is some code just plugs and plays in there. It's just, I need to get the CS working nice. They're pretty bad, but they now exist. They're fair enough. Alright, so one thing I could potentially do is put a class on the span. And then I could edit this drag and drop instead of first type, which DD first type. HTML DD. Yeah, that should work. Alright. Let's go back here. Let's cancel what I've just done. So yeah, that span should float right. I could, give me a couple of seconds. These utility classes float an element to the left or right, or disable floating. Alright, cool. This is kind of what we want. Included to avoid specific issues. So, float end. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to comment out these 3 lines of code. Sweet. We know this is going to affect 2 places. Here, where we've got a span. And I want to go class equals float right. I don't know what the hell I did just then. Pretty sure I hit escape. We also then want to go in here, and we just want to go class equals float right. And we just hit adds. All right, add time. Let's quickly do this. Oh, excuse me. And how's everyone going? Both on Twitch and YouTube. So those watching on YouTube, you're wondering what I'm doing. It's because Twitch runs ads every X amount of minutes. It's to stop pre-rolls, so whenever someone comes to visit my stream, they won't be inundated with an ad. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't get ads on YouTube because I have not met the requirements. I cry at night. Alright, so this is almost done. Okay, about 40 seconds left. Okay, so what I need to do is get this. Oh, we're going to get the headlights, aren't we? Yeah, we've got the headlights. I keep forgetting the thing to do it with. I should remember it and all that kind of stuff. You know, I hate the headlights. They annoy me. They annoy me a lot. Alright. And everyone should be back in a couple of seconds. Okay, welcome back everyone. Alright, so we've got float rights. We're testing this out. So we're going to bump over here. We're going to hit refresh. Didn't quite work. Not any problem. Because I didn't read the documents. Alright, cool. So that should work. We're just waiting at... Oh, we don't have to wait that long. We can just do that like that. All right. Movement. Oh, all right. I'm gonna need. That's not a problem. That's a bug we can fix before we actually create the bug. Okay, not a problem. I am getting distracted with the cube again. All right, cool. And ponder my life existence. All right, so it wraps, which is what we want. We do, now that I kind of spot this, it does push that down a bit more. And hey, Yasha, I have some work. I just wanted to say I love your stream and content. Hope to the best and see you. Thank you very much, Happy Yasha. So yeah, I do hope to see you soon. So yeah, thank you. Greatly appreciated. Yeah. All right, I'm just wondering at the moment if I should sort of deal with this span. We are floating in at the end. We can in fact move that up there, and in reality we could create two divs and have one div sit over here and the span just sit in there, and everything will work perfectly fine and dandy. And I think I need to do that. All right. So you might be wondering, what am I talking about? So we've got a div sortable, which we're happy with. This one we won't touch. Object status information. We don't need to touch it. What I am talking about is sort of implementing something that we're not going... yeah, anyway, let me just remove static status. So, I'm going to git reset hard. You might be wondering, but you just spent a while on it. I think I can find a better solution. Alright, so we've got a div in here, and div class sortable. We're happy with that. But what we kind of want to do is we want to have a div class. We want two divs in here. We're going to have a div class content and a div class icon. Cool. So first things first. Boom. Div class icon's going to have that in it. So I don't think we'll need this anymore, the span. But we'll need .content and .icon. All right. Then what we're going to do is we're going to quickly have a look at this. So this is 20 by 20. So we're going to go max width 20 pixels, width 20 pixels. Cool. I'm happy with that. The content's going to be the rest of the stuff. So we're just we do have that on that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to implement it like that. And then we're just going to get rid of the span because we no longer need it. 41 to 49, now that's 8 plus 1 is 9. Alright. So, we've got those two in there now. And I'm just going to hit refresh. So that's looking almost fine. If we click in here, we've still got the spans in here. Alright, cool. It hasn't, you know why? npm run watch. I haven't fixed it yet. Okay. This one won't take too long. All right, done. So, what I need to do, refresh. Okay, not a problem. What's actually happened here is it's got two divs. It's like, all right, cool. We've got two divs. We haven't actually set the display to be flex or anything like that. And then what we need to do is with the content, we need to have the width 100%. So that's what we're going to do in the CSS. So up here, sortable, display flex, easy done. Content, width 100%. All right, we're happy with that. We are going to be looking for sortable. For this other one. Object status information. I'm going to have to actually find out where this is. NearBeach title. Go to the, oh, alright. I'm going to have to search for this, double check it and everything like that. Make sure we aren't breaking this. So, we should hit refresh. That hasn't compiled. There we go. Perfect. And then at the moment nothing pops in or anything like that, but this breakpoint works perfectly fine, which I'm happy with. We can add in a little bit more padding to the right for this. So for example, in here we might go, all right, sortable padding right, let's say 10 pixels. If we change that to, I think that works. I think 5 pixels will work. So if I change my, doing something like that, yeah, that works perfectly. So going back into here, we're going to go here, we're going to go padding right, we're going to add in 5 pixels and we're going to be happy about it and not cry at night. The next thing we need to add back in is with the column draggable, we've got these 1, 2, 3, 4 spans. So we're going to click into here. We're happy with this. We're actually going to add the spans up here. So yeah, we're expanding our horizons. That should just key in like this. And I think that works. Because the text isn't as bold or anything like that. It kind of gives us the impression, oh, that's not going to be the text. We do have a hyphen and all that kind of stuff. I think that works really well. We can clearly identify that that's movement locked. Alright, next thing I want to do is, if you notice on here, we've got a bunch of IDs and stuff like that. We need to actually place that onto this down here. Now, the thing is, we shouldn't need those other spans. And the reason being is we're not having an empty space or anything like that. We're actually putting this at the end. So if we hit refresh, there's nothing there. We just need to now put the IDs and stuff like that onto there, which we can do. What we need to do is we just need to sort of set this up. We're going to add in a space for the span because I think it looks a lot better. We are then going to go vbind ID equals element.id. What I'm going to do, I think I just need those three. And we're going to wait a couple of seconds. I'm going to hit refresh. Perfect. All right. So that's solved that problem. We don't have that bug, which we found, which we haven't created yet. Did it actually ever exist? That's up to you. All right. So what we've done is we've added all of that in. We've got this movement lock and unlock now. I'm fairly happy with this. This is a pretty quick and easy fix. Now, the other thing I've got to actually implement is making sure the object status information isn't broken. So what we want is up here, object status list. So we've got a bunch of list items in here, and we have broken it. All right. Not a problem. This, once again, we'll do the same thing here. Sorry, we'll do the same structure breakdown over there. So what we want is, straight off the bat, div class equals content. And then we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, quite good. And then div class equals icon. Where we have a couple of conditions. And we've got the icons rendering. All right, sweet. Waiting a couple of seconds, we're gonna hit refresh. So we can still move stuff. We can still delete stuff. Oh, all right. That is a bug. We'll quickly put in this bug. So, editing, confirm delete of a status. Drop down not in dark mode. All right, cool. So what we want, method 1, log into NearBeach as an administrator. 2, navigate the menu administration, object status, not object status list, sorry. This is, oh, it is object status list. All right, I'm going crazy. List, open any object. And hey, the Bob I know, how are you going? Yes, so yep, having a good week. Just a bit busy at the moment because we're going into the final crunch into Christmas, which is nice. There's something which I've been trying to push out forever, just haven't been able to. So this week it will be done. And then hopefully I'll just have a bunch of quick stuff to just get out the door before Christmas. So yeah, it'll be good. So yeah. Open any object, delete any item, any status. Expected results, and oh yeah, all right. Sorry guys, give me a couple of seconds. Alright, cool. Sorry, had to burn that. The bot. Expected results are dark mode to be rel event on all fields. Actual results, missing a field. Missing the drop down. Easy to fix. This one will take not that long. We won't fix it tonight. This is a very hidden area of NearBeach. Usually this is set and forget type of situation, so the priority is pretty normal. It's just a bug, it's submitted, it's just going to be assigned to me, and this is part of the status. No version whatsoever. As in dark mode theme. I know I spelled theme wrong then. Okay. So, done that. Alright, cool. We're going to close that. So, going back into NearBeach with this works perfectly fine now. So we're quite happy with this. And, well, yeah, we fixed everything. So, what we're going to do is we're going to go remove static, git status, git add, git commit. Now, was this a... Yeah, this was a bug fix. So we're going to put in bug fix, followed by that, and git push. So, yeah, let's do the release. npm run prod. This will be ready for retesting. We're going to close a bunch of stuff at the moment. I'm going to keep this one open because we need the procedures. I'm going to wiggle my little mouse. And so we need to do... Sorry, I am going to npm audit before I actually do that. Hello. Okay, npm audit fix. Oh, excuse me. npm run prod. Now I haven't put anything into master. All right, yep, that's fine. All right, so our next thing, intend test. Whilst that is running, I am going to look up our Circle CI. Give me a second. I've got to put on the secret screen. Don't want it to docs anything. Cool. So we've been having success tonight with everything, so I'm not too worried about everything running out. So this is just keeps doing its thing. We've got an issue with Firefox being with that freaking tiny mouse problem. But other things are broken. Okay, ignoring Firefox, make sure users logged in. Okay. That's only happening on Chrome. So sometimes this happens, and what we do is we rerun. All right. Looks like just Firefox. So if I hit refresh, just click on file. Yeah, it's just Firefox. So everything else has passed perfectly fine. All right, cool. So it's finished the end-to-end test. We just got to now do the, so we go to sites, NearBeach, test results, shakeout. So the admin test. Now this is in dark mode, but that's perfectly fine. I'm making sure everything renders correctly on the page. It looks like we're fine. RC information. This would be RC admin. So I am going RC admin. Hey, Socks. Alright, saying hi to everyone, Socks. Being like, hey. I think that was just a rendering problem. It's not appearing here whatsoever. But yeah, that's what we're going to look out for sometimes. Otherwise, I think everything's working perfectly fine from that. So now we've done that. Make sure the development branch. Yep, alright, cool. I'm going to dismiss these ads. .31.50. Holy hell. I mean, I think it was 0.30.36 was when we gave up on the 0.30 branch, and now we're in the 50. We are definitely going towards features and stuff like that. So we're just done a git push. That will push it up. So check Circle CI. So I'm pretty... Oh. Something didn't work. So we're going to test this out on our local. npm run unit test. Okay. Now this one's usually very stable, so when something goes wrong, ooh. Alright, so it works on our local. Deprecation warning, all that kind of stuff. Error, eConnect refused. Alright, Alright, Socks does deserve some treats. We'll have to figure that one out. I am dismissing the ads again. Oh no, I gotta snooze them. Sorry. Snooze for 5 minutes. Oh, come on. I've got 10 more minutes before I have to start ads. Alright, let's get some cat treats in Socks. She's getting pretty excited. She's like, oh, cat treats. Hello. Okay, cat treats. Alright, Socks. In your bed. In your bed. Feels like I haven't done this for a month. In your bed. Good girl. There's your treats. She's learning. And chew your treats, mate. There you go, buddy. Yeah, get treats too. Okay. Ooh, careful, Socks. So we are doing another upload. So I'm just gonna check on that pipeline too. That's still running. It's just the front end. So I'm just gonna have front end open. Okay, there you go, sweetie. Yeah. Did she cough up one and just eat it again? Okay, that's still running the unit test. So I'm gonna let these unit tests run. Now, why is it suddenly failing? When it runs locally. Yeah. This is annoying. Because both the end-to-end tests and that work, I'm going to have a look at this at another date. Because we've got everything working. So if we go back into project, it's just this one, bug fix. And I'm going to snooze the ads again. Yeah, technically I did. It's over 2 commits. So yeah, that's all the change. I'm going to say that it's probably something's gone up. Because it'll work locally. I'm going to be like, no, this works locally. I think there's just something wrong with the pipeline up here, and I've just got to spend some time. It might be one of those things that I saw a lot of deprecated stuff in there, and I'm just like, I might have an old library that needs to be updated in the config. Alright, not a problem. Let's do the pull. So, we have features. And I am going to be like, alright, let's visit the all bright and powerful. I'm just being a bit lazy. I'm like, yeah, I can. All right, bug fixes. And we'll just go into here. We'll just copy this bug. I'm like, yeah, that's cool. Then preview. All right, cool. Yep. Copy all this. Create pull request. Oh, I thought it had the tick thing. Circle CI, yep, that's perfectly fine. I'm just going to merge. Confirm merge. All right, let's do the release. And we'll have to call it a day there because it's past 10 p.m. now, and I'm luckily not cycling into work tomorrow. So, yeah, 0.31.50. Ooh. Look at that. Okay, and then generate release. All right, sweet. Pretty release. All right, cool. Target main. Yep. Publish release. Okay, awesome. Now I'm just double checking to. The ending stream. Please no raid. Ah, damn it! I was hoping to raid them. Not a problem. Let's see who's online. Yeah, I was totally hoping to... Alright, not a problem. Based on the tasks that have been completed since the last time you did it. Yeah, fair enough. That would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. Alright, let's toggle bit. Alright, I might bump him on over here. Alright, let's rate toggle bit. Oh, I should put him up here. Sorry about that. Twitch TV. Let's open him up. Let's be like, hey, oh, Prismatic Dev is also running. Oh, well, doesn't matter. Yeah, the other one I was going to raid was this guy. However, they've just put up their ending stream. But that's fine. Okay. Anyway, thank you very much, everyone, for coming tonight. It has been wonderful. I'm just waiting for the ads to be finished, so that way I can rate in. All right, cool. Anyway, thank you very much, everyone. Have fun.